Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm gonna try and do one of these every week, kind of talking first about appointments, scheduling, hair analyses, blood chem analyses, and then I will share some extra information as far as like cases go. And today I'm sharing my case with you guys and my infections, and if we have time I'll show you my hair analyses and the patterns that kept showing up in my hair analyses. But a lot of scheduling questions. I'm going to go over that really fast. How do I book an appointment with you guys? Online is probably the easiest way for everyone. If you go, and I'm going to type it in here right now, if you go to gutsy.ch/consult post, you can schedule it there. If you want to do a blood chem, you're going to go to gutsy. I'm typing right now, ch/blood. All right. So that is how you schedule. If you want to do the blood chem analysis and you need us to order the blood labs for you, go to gutsy.ch/blood. Or if you want to just schedule, if you have all your blood stuff done, if you've already had the blood draw, then you can schedule with us through that same link. Is that correct, Tris? If they go to Gutsy. So still, if you want to schedule your blood chem analysis and go over that, still go to gutsy.ch/blood. Now let's talk about the hairiness around the appointments right now. I'm going to be completely frank right now. I'm trying to move out of the clinic as much as possible to spend time with my kids, to be a better mom. And because I sincerely believe that like 95% of the healing happens for you guys at home, which is why I'm always talking about the Gutsy Health membership, because the healing doesn't happen in the appointments, right? That is the catalyst to get you on the right track. And so if all of my time is going into seeing people and getting them on the right path, but they don't even know what that path looks like, then they've come to us in vain, right? Everyone's looking for a supplement. Everyone's looking for a quick fix. And I think my message has been really consistent that it doesn't exist, right? Like, Amanda, you're so sweet. It's because I feel like this is like my messy hair. So thanks. And makeup from leftover yesterday. So going back, like if you guys are coming to the consults, like the magic doesn't happen in the consults, the magic happens at home. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, my health issues, they're genetic. No, they're kitchenetic, okay? It's in the kitchen what's happening. And so the membership is to help retrain the kitchenetic part. And so I want to spend a lot more time in the membership and teaching people how to change their lifestyles, because that is honestly the hardest thing for people, is that it's not just changing nutrition, it's changing culture, it's changing the way you celebrate, the way you interact with food, the way you cook, the way you interact in your house and with your family. And that can be really daunting and challenging and mentally draining, because you are mourning your old lifestyle, your lifestyle that didn't serve you, but you're creating a new one, right? And so there's some growing pains with that. So the membership is to help people through those growing pains and to make them a lot easier, because the growing pains for me when we changed our lifestyle was like, it took like a year to a year and a half. And I know a lot of people, they don't want to wait a year and a half. They want to learn it all now, but they're so overwhelmed with all the information. And so the membership puts all the information together so that you don't have to spend hours researching. You don't have to spend hours chasing down experts and spending thousands of dollars asking them, like, what should I do with this? And if I have MT Jafar, what do I do with this? That's what the community is all about on the Facebook group. So again, that's where all my energy is, or that's where I want to channel it. So let's go back to the scheduling part, and then I'm going to talk about my health history stuff. If you go online and you click on a certain practitioner, let's say you click on me, I think I'm booked out until September. Click on another one, click on Katie. She'll have openings in like the next few weeks. Tristan might have openings in the next few weeks. Cecilia might have openings in the next few weeks. So keep looking at the different practitioners and see. You don't have to wait to just see me in September. We have other trained experts who are fan-freaking-tastic, and we are currently trying to train 2 more people so that we can have a lot of openings really, really soon. So I'm really looking forward to that. So as current clients, I have opened up some slots for your 30-minute follow-ups. So please call the office. I'm going to put the number here, 801-691-1765. So if you're a current client and you can't get in for your 30-minute, I have designated a day specifically for you guys so we can do our follow-ups. Please do your follow-ups. If you're considering if you're doing a follow-up, or if you're even coming in for a consult or a hair analysis or a blood chem, please fill out a 3-day food diary and do the baking soda test. That will give us a lot of information on your digestion and absorption, and that'll give us some insight on like what your daily eating habits look like, so that we can help you fine-tune for a better and healthier lifestyle and better, faster outcome. Why is my lighting so weird? There we go, that's better. Okay. Any questions about scheduling, calendars, how to schedule, where to schedule, please pop them here. If I don't see, I'm going to see if there have been any questions. If I don't, let's talk about health history stuff. Okay, and I'm going to talk about my health history stuff because I feel like I can go into detail about that, because I have been obviously following myself like a fly on the wall, because I am myself. So I know the details. Okay, let's go back to, now what I'm experiencing now started 2 years ago. That's really important because things don't just happen overnight. They kind of snowball, right? So 2 years ago, I was under tons and tons and tons of stress, had a 1-year-old. You know, we just started the clinic. We were starting new treatment protocols for Tristan. And it was either in August or September. That was when Tristan had his last scan. Now, I don't know if a lot of you are cancer families or know of cancer families, but if you ask them, there's something called scan anxiety, and that is anxiety around scans. It's very traumatizing. It's extremely traumatic because you don't know what you're gonna get, right? So I'll tell you what straw broke the camel's back was waiting for Tristan's last scan and waiting. And then we finally spoke with the doctor, and literally I woke up the next day and my kidneys were on fire. They were just like a horse had kicked me in the back. And so I was like, and then my stomach was on fire. Like I had to lay on my side for like 3 days because standing up caused tons of pain, tons of cramping. So when was his last scan? It was 2 years ago. And so just tons and tons of pain. My body had gone into like some kind of shock. And I want to emphasize that because trauma, stress, think of what everyone is going through right now on a global plane, right? Like we are all struggling. And what is this doing to us? Sorry, my alarm clock keeps going. I put on an alarm clock to make sure I didn't miss this live, and now it's going to keep beeping me every 7 minutes. So long story short, trauma is extremely anti-immune boosting, all right? So something happened, something broke in my body. And I would start to get these aches and pains in my stomach from time to time. The kidney pain would come and go. My adrenals were completely shot and I had no energy. But what I didn't recognize was that kidney pain. That kidney pain stuck around for like 3 weeks. And when I did the boots, it showed like a viral infection. And so I did Hawkett's, I did some supplementation. It eventually went away. But what I didn't realize was that it would keep coming back. And so every time I got stressed, every time I didn't sleep well, every time the kidneys would inflame. And then my liver would inflame. So they kind of like took turns. So when I did my hair analysis, what was really interesting is I never had resistances. And I'm going to show you here really fast what my hair analysis on it like constantly showed. So when you look at this page here, do you see here's resistances? That's infection. So you look here, resistances, parasites, molds, bacteria. So my body now, so this is in priority, by the way. Antioxidants are number 1, the infections are number 2, fatty acids are 3, and amino acids are 4. And so, let me switch here. Switch. And so every time I would do a hair analysis, I had some kind of infection showing up. Now, here's the deal. We all have these things in our bodies, right? We all have viruses, we all have fungus, we all have bacteria. But is it being kept in check? Because there are things, so think of it like, this was my mud water this morning that I drank. So think of this with like a jar with a lid on. This is very tasty, by the way. I'm going to talk to you guys about it later. So and there's all the stealth pathogens kept in check in your immune system, and the lid is on, and then you get stressed and the lid gets loosened, and then you eat inflammatory foods and the lid gets loosened even more, and then something traumatic happens and that lid pops right off, right? And now all of these infections are coming out and they are being set loose on your body. What happened with me was, I think what happened was something got loose. Something started attacking my organs, and it started attacking my liver and my kidneys. And then so I started having these flare-ups, right? And I was in complete denial, and I knew we had a stealth pathogen protocol, and I didn't want to embark in it because I was like, I can handle this by myself, right? Well, fast forward a year, and I'm doing my hair analyses, and immune system is showing up, and my stealth pathogens are showing up even more important. Let me see if I can show you my latest one. So look here, I'm gonna show you. So this is my latest. So resistances, parasites, bacteria, mold spores, it stayed in the exact same spot, but now look here, immune system, sleep, gut and intestine, digestion. So not only now am I not absorbing and healing, but my immune system, for like the first time in my hair analyses, is now showing up. So my immune system is now being drained. It's not being revitalized. It's not being renewed. It's just getting more and more sloppy. And around this time that I did this last scan, my kidneys were chronically inflamed, and I would have like, as soon as I would like drink liquid, my kidneys would hurt. And so another thing to show as well was a year prior when I did some blood work, it was showing some insufficiencies with kidney function. So I was like, oh great, this is awesome. My kidneys aren't working well. So long story short, back to this year, remember liver, kidneys, energy, metabolism, immune dysfunction, all of a sudden my periods that were perfect, no pain, every 4 weeks, they over the period of 3 months went from a 4-week period to a 2.5-week period. And I was like, okay, there's something happening, because now liver, now kidneys, now my menstrual cycle, now I'm breaking out with zits on my body, like something's happening, something's got to give. Long story short, now that we know all the infections, now you know all of my case history, all my issues. Long story short, I eventually put myself in the stealth pathogen protocol. And the reason why I was so hesitant about the stealth pathogen protocol is because I know it's a big commitment. But I kind of got to a point where I'm like, I can't deal with more pain. I can't deal with more breakouts. I can't have my sex hormones tanking on me like this. Like I can't keep upsetting more systems in my body. It just kept spreading and spreading. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the neurological stuff. So I started getting twitching in my one leg, and I thought I had Guillain-Barré syndrome. Spoke with the doctor, and she said, you know, we can do all this neurological testing on you, MRIs, but the chances are that we're not going to find anything. And I really appreciated her frankness, because I have seen clients do test after test after test after test and not get any answers. And so the fact that my doctor was like, we're going to do a lot of tests and you're not going to find anything, I really appreciated that. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. I'm going to figure it out on my own. And so I went to another doctor who did some muscle testing, and he's like, you have a viral infection. Have you guys heard of NAET, Nate? So I went to a Nate doctor in Salt Lake, and he was like, this is a viral infection in your nervous system, and it's going to take like a few years, probably like up to a year or two for it to like leave your body. But with the neurological symptoms, the kidney pain, now the menstrual cycle stuff, I was like, this isn't getting any better, it's getting worse. So now today I am on week 3 of my stealth pathogen protocol. My kidney pain is significantly down. My menstrual cycle has, instead of the 2.5-3 weeks, it's now up to 3.5 weeks, which is really awesome because it was getting shorter and shorter and shorter every month. I did get some flare-ups this week in my kidneys for the first time in a few weeks. I think because I skipped a day because I was overwhelmed. And this is why when you do a stealth pathogen protocol, like you have to be committed, right? You can't miss a day, you can't miss like anything. And I missed a day because I was so burnt out, because I can tell my body is fighting infections because I'm exhausted. This was another thing too, was everything in my body was shutting down, but my energy was doing okay. And I'm like, I can't afford to not have energy. I can't afford to have brain fog because I have several businesses and I have to see clients and I have children that need my attention. But then I realized I have to work on my body because my body has to last me. Sorry, that's the deck guy fixing our deck out there. I'm like, my body has to last me for more than this year. It has to last me for many, many decades. So I was like, okay, short-term disaster of exhaustion and brain fog and feeling like I'm fighting off something all the time, but for a long-term benefit. So kidney pain is down, menstrual cycle's better. I didn't break out as much this month. I am on round 2 and I probably have like another 6 rounds to go. I will tell you, I'm really tired. I'm so tired and my brain fog is like to the 10th, like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm normally at a 4. Now at around about 1 o'clock, like in the afternoon, I'm like done. Like my brain stops functioning and I'm in overload and I can't think straight. And I know that this is just like detoxification. I do crave getting in the Hocket and I haven't had time to do that. Like, and I know, isn't that so dumb? Like I own the machine and I can get it whenever I want, but getting in the hot. So another symptom too that I have noticed is I'm now getting insomnia since the protocol, which shows me that there are other hormones at play right now that were out of balance for so long that are now recalibrating. And so that's a fire that I'm trying to put out right now by really healthy like screen habits, that I'm not getting overstimulated, that I'm listening to my body, sorry, my alarm clock went off again. I'm listening to my body. I'm taking CBD more now to help with the adrenal fatigue stuff. And really that's it. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm like a quarter of the way through. There's some really great pros, some really bad cons because of the die-off. And let's see, does the stealth pathogen protocol look different for each person? Yes, it looks different for each person. Depending on the severity of your stealth pathogen, you will have, I'm doing a very medium kind of stealth pathogen. Mine isn't like full-blown, like enveloped viral stuff. We're just doing like, there's like easy, medium, and hard. And so I'm doing medium. If you listen to our last podcast episode that was released last week, Tuesday with Rachel, she talks about her son. We put him on an easier version, obviously, because he's a kid, right? And so that's, we cater it to every person. It's not the same. It can't be the same because everyone is different, right? Few things before people embark on stealth pathogen protocols. I see this question, how do you get tested? So you come in, do a hair analysis, or you do a blood chem analysis, or you do both, all right? This is really important. We will not put you on the stealth pathogen if your nutrition is not supported, okay? We can't have you not eating a high nutritious diet and kill off things because you're gonna be tanked. So a lot of clients, like we keep waiting. We keep seeing their symptoms. Like we start them off with nutrition and Hocket, and we detox them like that. And if their bodies can't handle that, then we keep waiting for the stealth pathogen, right? Or we keep waiting for the SIBO, or there has to be a fundamental protocol. So think of it like a triangle, right? The bottom of the triangle is nutritional support. Second is stress and supplementation. And then third is the protocol right there. We can't just jump you to the third tier. It's not going to happen. Like we have to make sure your nutrition is on par, your stress and your supplements are on par, that your body can handle all of these things. And then we start killing things. And then we start with die-off stuff. And then we, like with SIBO, it's a weed and feed, right? We weed, we kill, and then we feed. We kill, and then we feed. All right. And so some of these things can take months. It's not like you throw an antibiotic and it carpet bombs everything and then you're left with nothing and you feel awful. This is something that is very slow and formulaic, and it works with layers. So layer 1 and 2 might be nothing. Layer 3 and 4 might be something. Layer 5 might feel like death. Layer 6 might feel better. Layer 7, you might feel better. That lets us know you're kind of coming out of the thick of it. And and if you're going to do a stealth pathogen protocol or a SIBO protocol, you need to do follow-ups with us. Like, we need to be checking in with you. Like, how are you doing? Are you able to function? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Here's a really interesting about the stealth pathogen protocol. In the first round of it, when I was doing the not the artemisinin, but the Virinon, I couldn't taste food. Everything tasted disgusting. I hated it. And I was like, am I detoxing stuff out of my mouth? Like, what's going on with my taste buds? What's going on with my neurological system? Like, food didn't taste good. My minerals didn't taste good. Like, carbs tasted yucky to me. And so this second time round, food doesn't taste that bad anymore. So I'm like, oh, I must have been detoxing something. And so you're going to start feeling symptoms in different areas and in different ways, just because everyone's body is different. How do you know if your liver is congested? If you have hormonal imbalances, if you have been constipated for a long period of time, if you break out a lot, if you, let's see, my liver was literally in pain. Like, it flared up. It felt like pain here. And so that's like the number one thing is honestly hormonal imbalances with liver. That's the most obvious. There's a lot of other things too, but the liver tends to package hormone. And so if it's too busy dealing with glucose metabolism, and uric acid production, because we overload our livers with sugar, then it's not going to prioritize hormones, and it's not going to prioritize dumping because it's trying to deal with all the sugar metabolism. Can I do this while taking my medicine for my RA? We will have to see, and that would be a question for Tristan. He's around the corner, but I don't see why not, because a lot of it is like herbals. And so I bet you could. So any other questions, you guys? Do you work with people outside of Utah? Absolutely. If you've listened to my story and you're like, I have something similar, obviously not my symptoms, but you've been having all these weird symptoms happening, please note there are no quick fixes. I do not want you to be sold on a quick fix. Like, this is like, if you are wanting to embark on a stealth pathogen protocol, like, we're going to have to be married to each other for a while. All right. Like, we're checking in every month, if not every 2 to 3 weeks. You're learning, like, I highly recommend people join the membership, so that you can get your meal plans, you can get your foods, you can get your recipes, you can learn about nutrition. Like this week, the members for week 6, we're learning about glucose metabolism and how that affects your body. Like, what is happening on a chemical level? What is happening with glucose spikes and glucose drops? Well, that's insulin spikes, and insulin spikes leads to fat storage and fat blockage and inability to use fats as energy. And so the more empowered you can be about your body, then when it comes to the 30-minute check-ins, like, the more we can talk about and the more fine-tuned we can get. And so you are a co-creator of your stealth pathogen protocol, and not just like us telling you what to do. We want to work with people and not dictate to people their health, because again, 95% of your healing journey has to be you, right? And then the 5% is us just being like a launch pad in the right direction. And I hope that's the message that you guys get from my platform, that these things can be done, but we, like, unfortunately, a lot of the times trying to get the answers from doctors isn't working now, because we have been so enveloped in all of these new infections and all of these new diseases, and modern medicine hasn't caught up. Modern medicine is still stuck in bad science from the 70s and the 60s, and they're making recommendations accordingly, and that just sucks, right? And so we need to be like advocating for ourselves and trying to piece the puzzle together by ourselves. So one thing that we are trying to do in our clinic right now is create a system where clients are not feeling overwhelmed and they're not feeling lost. And that's why we say do the 30-minute follow-ups, okay? So that you're not so that you feel like you are having people check in with you, that they are making you accountable just a little bit, but with zero shame. Like, there's no shame. When we go over food diaries, I don't want you to feel shamed. All right. I want you, we'll have a heart to heart and be like, you know what, this isn't, like, this needs to change. Or like, let's slowly crowd this out. Let's see, how can we get the test done if we're not local in Utah or in your area? Tiny Ninja, I don't know what your first name is, but what state do you live in? Let me know. There is someone in Arizona, Natalie Postal, who does hair analyses. If you're not local though, we can do the blood chem analysis wherever you are. So go to the gutsy.ch/blood and let's do blood work for you. And then we can work with you remotely. All right. If you're in California, we're going to have someone scanning hairs in California pretty soon. So I don't know if she's Northern California or Southern California. Nevada, not yet. So I don't know. Ryan was here this past week testing. And what we might have him do is when he goes to different states, when he's testing people's homes, he's going to do the hair analyses. So he might be able to pull people's hair in as well. We need to talk about details about that. So we might have some solutions. How do you detox your liver? So we have a liver reset program, which is 3 weeks long, and that's how you follow a food plan and you take some supplements to help detox and latch onto toxins and release. And so that's one way to detox your liver. Cyto detox is a great way. Like, you might want to incorporate cyto detox as well if you know you have heavy metals. And so, yeah, that's how you detox your liver. We're going to be talking about the liver reset program pretty soon. It's currently in beta, and a lot of our members, the Gutsy Health members, are testing it out right now. And then after we get their feedback, we will be launching it to the public pretty soon. So one of the fun things about being members is that they get to try things with us, and it's kind of fun. How do you detox your liver? I want to scan in Florida. I know, we need someone in Florida. We get asked that all the time. But again, blood work, you guys. Like, we can do blood work. Blood work tells us so much. Hopefully you learned something new today. Again, infections take a while. There's no quick fixes. Nutrition is key. Like, it's part of the program. And so yeah, just make sure that if this is something you want to do, schedule a consult or a hair analysis or the blood chem with us. Let's get started. And then we like to retest every 3 months to see, are we getting better? Are we getting worse? What organs are functioning very well? What organs are not functioning really well? And how can we cater the program? Hold on, Bubby. Yeah. I know, it's okay. And so there you go. I think I covered everything. We can't do the hair analyses. Oh, we can't do hair analyses if you're not local. We need the hair freshly pulled, so you can't mail it in. There you go. Can I do it while taking my medicine? Oh yeah, I've answered that. I think I answered everyone's questions. I have terrible headaches during die-off. Any suggestions? No, because I don't know if that's hormonal, if that's chemical. Like, I can't really say, and I don't know what nutritional stuff looks like. Once we get like a bigger picture, it's not like a one size fits all. Like, that could be blood glucose instability while you're having die-off because your body is going into a stress response. It could be lots of things that are causing the headaches. So there you go. Thanks, you guys. Let me see if there are any more questions. Is intermittent fasting included in any of your suggestions? It can be. If people have like insulin resistance, yeah, then we recommend intermittent fasting. Thank you for the posts and podcasts. I'm going to join and get my blood work done. Looking for answers. Awesome. There's a lot of information in the podcast, and hopefully the posts on Instagram have been really informative. It takes a lot. Like, when you're on a healing journey, it takes a lot of having to puzzle things together, trial and error, and I would say with our recommendations that we make with clients, I would say we nail it first time 50% of the time. And that's what the follow-ups are for, is to fine-tune, right? To fine-tune and to iron out the details and to really, really get things working for your body in like a well-oiled machine. And a lot of the times when it comes to the hair analyses, like, it goes like there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So you get the hair analysis, and let's say I see hormonal imbalances and I see energy metabolism issues, but I also see a lot of nutritional deficiencies. Well, phase 1 is nutritional deficiency. Like, I can't heal your hormones if there's no building blocks to heal them with. So for the first month, we work on nutrition and absorption and digestion. And then month 2, we work on the hormones. We work on the adrenals, right? We work on getting your energy up. And after the energy is up and the nutrition is in place, so nutrition in place first, then the adrenals, and then we go to phase 3, which can be like detoxification or the liver reset, or maybe we start with the liver reset and the nutrition. It just depends on what we're seeing in our testing. So is there info on your site to your membership, or can you talk about that real quick? Let's talk about it really fast. If you go to mygutsyhealth.com, you'll find information there. But what the membership includes is you get weekly meal plans and recipes, but you also, and this is the premium membership, so this includes everything, right? And so you get a week-to-week handout. So I highly recommend just taking it 1 week at a time. If you sprint into the membership, you burn out in like 3 weeks. So what you want to do is you learn week by week. Watch the videos, read over the materials, print it out, put it in your membership binder, and then that gives you like the basics, like water inflammatory oils, like which flours to cook with, where can we get clean nuts and seeds, like what vendors can we buy already soaked nuts and seeds from, and so on and so forth. Month 2, we're in month 2 right now with the new premium membership. We're talking about carbohydrates. This next week, we're going to be talking about lipids. I want you to understand when you eat carbs, like what are carbs? What does it do to your blood sugar? Like what is happening in your body? And then why are they important, or why do they hurt you? Next week, we're going to be talking about lipids and the fallacies around lipids. Like so many people are like, oh my gosh, fats are so bad for you. No, that's the biggest lie you can be told. And like trans fats are inflammatory for you. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, not in their natural form, are inflammatory for you. And I want you to understand these things and why. So when you go out and you buy food and you see it has sunflower oil in it, you can be like, oh, that can potentially be inflammatory. That can potentially set me back. All right. So meal planners every week. You get the weekly educational stuff, videos, lectures. There's also exclusive Q&As. I try to get, we had Nina, Nourished with Nina, talk about hormones. That's saved on the Instagram group, the private Instagram group. Elia Gagoris is coming on. We're going to be talking about trauma and navigating a crisis. We're thinking as a group doing every other week Zoom call with everyone and checking in and talking to each other and saying, hey, how's it going? How can we support you? In the Facebook group, Tristan is very active on there. He answers a lot of group questions. He posts a lot of articles. A lot of people shared their information with us, their meals with us. And it's a really great supportive platform, because when you're going from one lifestyle to another, you need a community to help you to reinforce that. And the Facebook has been a really great community for some. So I really love the interaction that happens there. Let's see. Is there info on your website about the website? There we go. Enemas. Enemas are great. I don't know what the question is about enemas. There's enemas, there's salt flushes, there's coffee enemas, there's colonics. You can use enemas. Let's see. So if you do the month membership, do you get access to the info 1 week at a time? We're trying to figure that out, but right now it's all available up to 6 weeks. Membership, you can't pay monthly to month anymore. We're only doing 6-month memberships now. And so just read 1 week at a time. After the 6 weeks of the content being uploaded, because I'm currently working on all the content as we go, then it will be dripped out to people. Unfortunately, the platform that I'm utilizing can't drip it out to people right now, but we will be able to, in about 4 months, to be able to program it like that. And I think is the Facebook group open to everyone or only members? It's only open to members at this time. So, and it will only be open to members. We're trying to open up like a public Facebook group where everyone can talk to everyone. Tristan and I won't be super active on that platform because we're more active on the Facebook platform, and just because we just have so many things happening. So we try to really funnel our time into the membership platform. But yeah, it is only available to members at this time. Hi, babe. How's it going? Any other questions? But I do want to reiterate again, like clinic stuff, testing, it doesn't matter which clinician you get. You don't need me to do it. Because it's just a springboard in the right direction. Like the magic happens in the kitchen. The magic happens at home. It happens with what you're cooking, what you're eating, what you are prepping. It happens in the lifestyle change. His tooth fell out yesterday.
But I lost my tooth.
Yeah, he lost it. We've been spending hours looking for it. Do you offer any scholarships? We do not. The membership is so cheap, you guys. For 6 months, it's $2.99. It's very, very inexpensive for the amount of information that you get. And so, and all that support, and like the only things we do are like the occasional giveaways. So if you win the giveaway, then you get free access to it and free and all of that. I know Tennyson's so cute, huh? And so there you go. So hopefully that is helpful. I have experience, and I do want to say this in not a harsh tone whatsoever, but in my experience, because I have given away a lot of hair analyses, I have given away a lot of time, and people just don't pay attention when I do that. They don't value the information. And I learned this from Jared at Burn Boot Camp. When people pay, they pay attention. And so when you are investing in your health, like, because I am happy to meet people halfway all the time. Like when I see people putting in the work, I will work just as hard to help get them along. But what I have seen in the past is that when I give people free stuff, when I give people free things, there's no value put on it, and they don't follow through, and they don't care about it. And so I'm doing all the work for them mentally, emotionally, almost physically. And so I have stopped doing that because I want people to value their health and value their time and value the information in the membership. Because I have Tebecca, who is working full-time on it, who's helping me put all the information together, the lectures together, making it look beautiful for you guys, making it really like user-friendly. And so that's why I don't do that kind of giveaway stuff anymore. Is it possible to do the membership out of state? Absolutely. Most of the members are out of state. Everything is online. That's why I love online communities. That's the only reason why I like the internet. I don't like it for anything else other than like the online communities and stuff. So there you go. Hopefully that was helpful, you guys. Also with the membership, we do live Q&As, so they get more information. If you guys have questions, we answer them. If they need support, we try to support. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to get more of my time to go into the membership, because that's where the magic happens, is what you're doing at home. Are you feeling supported at home? Again, it's not genetic, you guys. These health issues are not genetic. It's kitchenetic. All right. It's what we're doing in the kitchen that is provoking these gene expressions. All right. Research epigenetics. If you want a book to read, there's a book called The Biology of Belief, and he talks all about how cells respond to their environment, energetically, chemically, all of these things. Do you have any favorites you follow on Instagram that also have good meal ideas? Laura Lives the Good Life. At Just Ingredients. I think you guys follow them though. And that's all I can think of right now. Nourished with Nina. She's really great. She talks about hormone health. My other favorite accounts are Dr. Jolene Brighton. Dr. Jess, MD. She talks about stealth pathogen stuff. And that's, I would say those are my favorites. There's others too that I can't think of any. Other books, Biology of Belief. What are the other nutrition books? I can't think of any. The Mind-Gut Connection or Brain-Gut Connection.
Health is easy, disease is
Health is easy, disease is complicated. A Little Less Toxic is also fantastic to follow online. I can't believe it. I see her stories every day. A Little Less Toxic. Thank you, Amanda. If we do the membership, do you still think we should do the hair? Yes, I do. Because the membership helps you get the information, then the hair analysis helps us funnel and hyper focus on what is important. All right. So there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I gotta go. I gotta finish some other things. Hopefully this is helpful. Just ordered one on Amazon today, actually, that you recommended a while back. It's called Back to Basics of Human Health. That one's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really great. Thank you, Amanda. It's such a good one. So, all right, guys, until next time. Bye. Oh, I'll post the homeschooling results. Oh, I need to go back and save them. Okay, I'll post those. Bye.
What do you say?